You have been gifted with an eternal superpower that allows you to achieve anything. Yet the majority of people double cross themselves. They abuse this power and cause harm rather than bliss. This power I'm talking about is your mind. You can convince your mind to achieve anything if you just know how. Don't worry, I will reveal my step-by-step secret framework in this video. Some of it might surprise you and be considered woo-woo. So make sure you're watching until the end of the video to get a full grasp of this superpower so you don't just create more issues that you don't want. There are 4 aspects to mental mastery. Number 1 is your reticular activating system. This is the part of your brain that filters in information and pushes out everything that is not relevant to you. So you're not getting this like overload of information, because if you did, your brain would just fry and it would zap. So basically the reticular activating system comes in, it filters out everything that you believe is important, and it provides you evidence of it. This is such a key part of your superpower because you can train your reticular activating system to only bring you more of what you actually want. So a famous example of this is the red Corvette. If you go to the dealership and you're like, I really want to buy a new car, you go in and you see a red Corvette, you're like, ooh, this is really spicy and red, I'm gonna buy this. You buy the red Corvette, you drive off the lot, and as you're driving home, you just notice a couple of red Corvettes. And then the next weekend, you're taking a little cute day trip and you're driving on the highway and you're looking around and you're like, I'm seeing so many red Corvettes. Like, why are they all just popping up? Before I had this car, I never used to see red Corvettes, and ever since buying this car, now all I see is red Corvettes. Your reticular activating system is responsible for this. The red Corvette is now a relevant piece of information to you. It is now something in your awareness. So what does this mean? It means you get what you focus on. If you are constantly believing and telling yourself the really negative things that you don't really want to experience, you are going to get more proof of it, because you're focusing your attention and awareness on it, therefore signaling to the reticular activating system, hey, we find this relevant, bring us more of this. I believe all men suck. Okay, here you go, more evidence of all men sucking. Here's another guy that's gonna cheat on you. Go for it, have fun. You believe you're only gonna be able to ever make $3,000 every single month. Okay, we will not show her any other opportunities that might get her to $5,000 months, get her that promotion, because she doesn't want it, she doesn't think it's relevant. We don't want to put her awareness on it because that just is going to waste our energy. So now we know that if we just focus on the things we want and we talk nicely to ourselves, your mind is going to be like, okay, this is all possible for us. We're constantly thinking of these things. Let's go out there and let's find evidence and proof to bring back to her. The second aspect of mental mastery is your imagination is truth. That might sound super woo-woo and out there, but I'm telling you, if you can think it, you can have it. Whatever you can create mentally and picture and dream of, you can bring into your world. So your imagination is really the only thing that matters. A lot of us, we look around and we see what we don't like. Going back to the reticular activating system, we then focus on what we don't like, we focus on what's lacking, and then we bring more of it into our lives. And once we get more of it, we're like, see, this is just proof, this is just evidence that what I'm saying is right. The more we examine around and focus on what we physically see, and the more we complain about how we don't want that thing, the more we get of it. Discard what you are seeing around you and focus on your imagination. Focus on creating the things that you want in your mind. You can create your own world that you like, that you love, that your soul feels happy in, that you get excited about. And even if you don't see it around you just right now, don't worry about that. I like to do a cute little practice called a girl bath. So I will light my candles, I'll get my bubbles going, put some Epsom salts in there, get really relaxed, hop in, and I'll close my eyes and I will start just creating pictures. I'll have my face mask on, my hair mask in, just really fun, luxurious vibes going. And I will just go into my head, start painting and imagining all the things that I want to call into my life. Literally just think of your mind as the canvas and you as the painter. So you're going into your mind, you're just painting painting beautiful pictures and then you're giving it to your subconscious being like, here's my third painting, make this happen. The painting is like a command. So you paint, you're the painter, you're the artist, your mind is the canvas, and then you hand over your finished product to your subconscious mind, which is like the gallery owner, and then you wait for that to bear fruit. You wait for somebody to come in and buy your piece of art. The third aspect of mental mastery is stop re-traumatizing yourself with the past. I mentioned in this video, emotions are energy in motion. Whenever you focus on an emotion, it grows. The brain and the body do not know the difference between what's currently happening, me filming this video, versus what happened to me 10 years ago that I hated, what that person did, why they did that, why they said that. As long as I'm sitting here thinking about that thought, I am gonna get a physiological reaction to that past thought, signaling to my body that it's happening right now. So any emotions, any like real deep feelings I had about that past situation are going to start triggering a real-time reaction in my body right now. Essentially sending your nervous system back into a state of fight or flight. So whatever your trauma response is gonna get activated just by you thinking about why he did that, why they did that, why they said that. There are two types of thinking that can occur. One is going to grow the solution, one is going to grow the problem. The one that is going to grow the solution is having a broad focus. This means we're zooming out from that really tiny picture, trying to investigate every piece of the picture. We're almost like a bird looking at a maze, and we're saying, okay, this is what I'm seeing from up above. I'm seeing the picture a little bit more clearly. I'm not as invested. I'm not down there in the maze, so I'm less emotional about this situation. There's calmness, there's peace, there's flow state, because you can see from a broad perspective the solution. You can see, okay, that's the exit to the maze. Whereas if you have a narrow focus, you are more likely to grow the problem. You're very invested in this emotional state. You're like, I feel really angry, I feel really upset. This is all I can focus on. You're zoomed in, like I said, very tiny on a picture. You know how girls, like, we zoom in really close on Instagram pictures, like, and then we see things that we don't want to be seeing. That is what happens. When you're zoomed in so close on this picture, you are seeing things you don't want to see. Now you're spiraling. You've got anxiety. You're overthinking. You've got stress. The lens is so small. There is no solution coming to you. All you see is the problem. Therefore, all you can focus on is the problem. Therefore, growing the problem. So remember, your past only exists if you let it. It literally is done. It's not relevant anymore. And the fourth and last aspect of mental mastery is your self-concept. This is your self-image. And your self-image is either making or breaking your reality. You have to create a frame for yourself that is positive, that helps you see yourself in a better light, helps you see you in relation to what you want in a better light, bridging that relationship and mending it. We often think of our goals and we think we're not worthy of them. We think they're very out of touch and they're way out of our reach. That is a very unhealthy relationship with ourselves and the thing that we want. You have to step into the person that you want to be and consistently see yourself from that point of view versus wanting this thing but seeing yourself from a point of view that doesn't have it, that isn't worthy of it, that shouldn't be even going down this road. Why would it happen for me? I'm too old for this. I'm learning all this information too late. Now this is the toughest part for a lot of people because the programming is so strong, but micro self-concept is so much more important than your macro self-concept. Macro self-concept is you doing a positive affirmation, self-talk, mirror work situation in the morning for 10 minutes. Looking at yourself and you're like, you're so beautiful, I love you, you're so magnetic, you're gonna crush the day. And then as soon as you leave that mirror and that 10-minute practice, you're getting ready and you're looking at yourself putting your makeup on, you're like, oh my God, ew, gross. Oh my God, I look so bad today. Okay, get past it. You walk down the street and you make eye contact with a really cute guy and then you start getting all nervous like, oh my God, was there something in my teeth? I wonder if he thought I was cute. Like, did I present myself well enough? That is a complete disaster zone. Now your micro self-concept is those minute by minute, second by second thoughts that override your macro self-concept. So that little 10-minute cute session that you did in the morning is done. It does not matter if you're going around the rest of your day being rude rude to yourself. If we go through our life as in childhood, as our youth, whatever, you know, maybe you're a divorcee, you've gotten divorced, you now label yourself as somebody who's divorced. You had a broken marriage, you now label yourself as somebody who couldn't make their marriage work. So we put these very definitive labels on ourselves, which basically trains our mind to believe that we are only that person and we will only ever be that person. It's important we don't definitively define who we are, because it can train the mind to be like, we are only that person. And then we struggle to get out of that mold if we want to achieve something else, if we want to bring something else into our life. And then making sure you are viewing yourself from the point of view of your goal, the thing you're trying to bring into your life, and the life you are trying to create. It is never too late to start training your mind, and I know you are more than capable. If you're ready to fully learn how to level up your life, don't forget to show me some love by hitting the like and subscribe button on the screen, and remember to watch this video next.